Jenkins. See Troy Sunderland there.
This is where Bubba's going to need to get better on bottom. Against Wisconsin, in a dual meet, the Penn State lost by maybe a point or two. Bubba gave up big points against Wisconsin, whereby Galloway last year, Penn State starter last season, had beaten him at the NCAA tournament. Bubba ended up getting turned too many times. Now, he's not getting turned too many times this time, but he is getting struggling on bottom a little bit. You see Morningstar pick bottom there because of the second injury time. So because Bubba had to cry out and take a break, it gave Morningstar a chance to score more points by picking bottom, getting away. This is going to lead to a major decision.
This will be the bonus point I was trying to get back at to the Heller stunner at 141.
Yes, that injury time really hurt. It's not over yet, though. There's still 20 seconds. Bubba's hanging tough, but I think Morningstar, or the ref gave it to him, he's got to get the belly down now. If he could get away in his 15 seconds, he'd offset the major, but with the riding time, too, it's not looking good for Bubba Jenkins.
It's not going to happen. It's going to be a 4-point win for Iowa here. They'll get 4 out of this in the major. From Ryan Morningstar, who will record his 3rd major of the season. 12-3 your final there, and that makes the dual meet score now 12-7 Penn State. So that goes to 165, where it's going to be Dave Rella and Mark Perry. Mark Perry, the junior out of Stillwater, ranked 4th in the nation, but lost to Tannenbaum Friday night 6-2.
Tannenbaum's a leg attack machine. If Rella to beat Perry, he'd have to finish 1 or 2 leg attacks. Perry's not spectacular on his feet. Look at that, but he's got that length, boy. He sucked that leg in. Wow, it's not looking good, Steve, because this is where Perry's tough on top. He's got legs and he does cradles. He does far side cradles from the legs. So Rella's going to be struggling here. This is the next last Bubba, true freshman, pulled off red shirt, struggled a little bit up bottom. Now we got Rella, who's come off red shirt to fill in at 165. There's a couple holes in the lineup, and they couldn't get the red shirt years. Like Valmont used his red shirt year wisely last year. Penn State couldn't afford to keep those guys on the sidelines and group them. They had to pull them out to fill these holes, and they've done okay. But you know, it's a true freshman, and this could get ugly on top here because Perry is really nasty on top.
It really is. And when you look at what happened on Friday night, Dave Rella was able to beat Greg Hagel with Northwestern 12-7 Friday night. And I mentioned Eric Tannenbaum of Michigan beat Mark Perry 6-2 Friday night. So needless to say, Perry comes out of here with a little extra juice.
Oh yeah, yeah. You don't want to go home with with 2 mediocre performances. He came out excited. Let's see if he stays on top. I think he will. He's pretty nasty on top. Let's see if Rella can get a good stand-up. I mean, he was a great high school wrestler, an Ohio native. Let's see if he can explode off bottom here.
Like Cuyahoga Falls. He had lost 3 in a row.
No motion on bottom. I don't understand. Yeah. I don't know why he didn't fire. The best way to beat legs is to stand to your feet. So this is the 3rd match where the Iowa guys have been throwing legs. It looks like Perry's rubbing off on a couple of his teammates. This is not good for Rella here.
Yeah, Rella had lost 3 in a row, Ken, before getting that win Friday night.
Oh, he's going to kick him loose. Perry's going to go on the feet. Perry's not real fancy on his feet. He just kind of lunges in there. But he is really lanky. He'll pull things from far away. But Rella's solid on his feet. Rella can't take Perry down. I'd like to see Rella assert himself and really get a good shot off. He's kind of been cautious this season, not shooting much. In the Northwestern match, he did open up and hit a couple good leg attacks.
So there's the escape, and now they go neutral, 2-1, with Perry in front.
Perry's looking excited, more tenacious. He is just fearless. There's a shot. Good job by Rella. Now he's got to get the angle. Oh, Perry's got a cradle from here. He's really good at the near side. Rella slipped his hat. Rella's almost conceding the takedown. Not over till it's over, though. I'm telling you, Perry's got a nasty near side cradle from this position. So he's got the leg hook. As he tries to pull the head and knee together. Nope, he's going to go legs. Nope, back to the cradle. He really got a nice variety. He's got near side cradle on the right side. He's got far side cradle on the opposite side. He's good with the legs and the power half. Very complete wrestler on top. Might be the best guy in the country on top. That'd be a strong statement, but perhaps him and Ben Askren, the 174-pounder from Missouri, who James Shaughnessy will need to defeat to become an NCAA champion. That would likely who he needs to defeat because he's the #1 ranked guy. Those guys, in my mind, stand out as being really very, very tenacious and tough on top of a variety of techniques.
And all Mark Perry here in the first period. It is 4-1. He leads Dave Rella, Penn State, at 165 pounds. Penn State leads for dual meet 12-7. Rella is on bottom, and Perry is in complete control on top. And that's the way the first period is going to come to a close. Perry ends up riding 2:11 of the 3 minutes.
Yep. Rella's hanging in there. Perry couldn't turn him. Perry chose to let him go. Rella's got a choice to make. Let's see, the coaches are consulted. Sunderland tells him to go down. He's feeling confident about that. Good choice to get that experience. Let's see if he can get out, though. That's the key thing. It's really up to Perry. See, it's tricky. If Perry wanted to hold him down, he would. But I think Perry's just told Brand he's going to ride him for a minute. Give me a minute to see what I can do with him, wear him down.
Right.
They were consulted. So Sunderland's hope was that he'd let his athletes go. And Perry decided, I'm going to crank on this guy another minute. That's what he told Brand. And then he's going to see if he can turn him or not. If he doesn't turn him after the first minute, he'll probably kick him loose and try to build up some points on his feet.
Well, he'll crank on this guy. He's something on top. There's not a lot of action right now either.
He's got a cradle locked up. He is so long. It's not looking good for Rella. Oh, he slipped the cradle. He broke the cradle. See, he went for the head. He
yes.
for his head. Yeah. So Rella's done a good job of not getting turned. He just hasn't done a good job on him. I'd love to see him stand up hard, try to get away. The Iowa bench is consulting. They're trying to decide whether to kick him loose or not.
Yeah, they have to make a decision as to how they can score this thing. Can they get a major out of this? That's what they have to see if they get the bonus points.
You know what's scary, though, is Perry is a pinner at any given time or in any position, he may get the fall. And you know that's what he's looking for. He's trying to figure out a way to get those team points for Iowa.
He has 5 falls this year already, Ken. Second on Iowa behind Gallinakis with 6.
Yeah, at the college level, to have that many pins, it's very impressive. It's hard to pin opponents in college. The best of the best, they're strong men. It's hard to pin people.
Well, here's the other point. He has 16 wins, so that's 1 out of every 3 of his wins.
Yeah, that's he is tonight. Like I said, he's one of the 2 best guys in the country on top right now. Rella's doing a good job of not giving up back points.
You see, we have 30 seconds to go in the second period.
Next up is going to be hometown hero James Shaughnessy. He grew up in Phillipsburg, Pennsylvania. He's dedicated to wrestling. When I coached here in the 90s, Steve, James was a youth in our club, and he just kept plugging away. He was average at best at that time. I remember him getting frustrated, but he's kept his nose to the grindstone. It's not always the athlete that's best when they're 10, 11, 12. There's a lot of kids that don't blossom until adolescence. That was James. He came into his own in junior high and just kept getting better and better. He was all-state in high school, kept making progress, chose to stay home and wrestle for the Lions, and the crowd is going to be excited when he steps on the mat for the next bout at 174.
The third period here with Perry in control 4-1. Well, that's the other part too. I've never really been enamored with the high school rating 5-star, 4-star, 3-star. Let them develop. And a lot of it's about matchups. Some guys match up better with other guys.
That is very true. And what's critical about assessing who the best of the 4-star guys and who's the best of the best is watching them wrestle, seeing if they're aggressive or not, seeing if they show a variety of techniques, or do they just bully people? Are they just more physically dominant? Another key factor in assessing recruits is, are they self-motivated or are they driven just by their parents or by their program? Sometimes the guys out of the great programs don't always excel in college because they've already achieved much of their potential. It's a lot of times the small town kids that are self-motivated, hungry, and really pan out and keep developing in college. And that's what a college coach has got to look for. And another critical thing for coaches building programs is filling the right way. It's finding the gaps in the way. It's kind of like managing a salary cap. You've got to pick your spots really well because you only have 9.9 scholarships to work with in your 10-weight class. So basically, you spread out your scholarships. You can't go really deep, especially if you're giving half and three-quarter scholarships to some athletes. You got to be really choicey, really selective about who you give money to and how much money you give them.
Also have to take there's 2 more points for Perry, and 9-2 now plus the riding time point, which is in his back pocket. It's 10-2. The other part too, Ken, sometimes you have to look at an athlete, look at how they're built figure out whether or not they will fill out different